Oh no.
Yes! Alright! Who remembers my Symphogear presentation from last year? It's time for Symphogear Season 2, now with more G's than you can handle. Symphogear kicks off with this young girl named Maria, who's yelling to her dying sister Serena, and yes, everything is just as dark as it was in the beginning of the first season. Our heroines from last time, Hibiki, Chris, and Tsubasa, who's not here right now, return. Remember those cool comic book style flash scenes? They're totally back! The stupid, unexplained evil villains, the noise, return. They've somehow digivolved. They're thinking now. And being controlled by Solomon's cane, a really dumb plot point from the first season that has come back. We have it in our possession, by the way, so we probably have a traitor on our team if somebody's controlling the noise. Welcome back, ladies. Let's roll. We're told that the U.S.-Japanese embassy is attacked. A member of our team, Dr. Bear, is kidnapped, along with Solomon's cane. Wink, wink, traitor face. But who cares about any of that? The Queens of Music concert is happening right now. Hi, Tsubasa. Let's go to that. So, actually, the Queens of Music concert is pretty sweet. Maria and Tsubasa are singing with swords that are actually microphones. Everything is freaking awesome. The concert's great. It's colorful and... Hold the phone. What the heck is that? Is that the moon? Like the moon that we shot with a pagan laser cannon Symphogear in Season 1? It's now Saturn, apparently. Yes. Anyway, we're also introduced to Party Ann over here, who seems to be watching the whole thing play out for some nefarious purpose in a base far, far away. But let's get back to Maria. Adult Maria is awesome. Her voice actress sings really well, she has a cool character design, and all of this almost distracted me from the fact that she is a terrorist. She apparently controls the noise along with some evil group that wants to take over the world and calls themselves Fine. Yeah, like that Fine, the dumb villain from Season 1. She also somehow wields Gungnir, which was once wielded by Kanade, who died in Season 1, is now wielded by Hibiki, and we should know from Season 1 is actually impossible. It's not possible for her to have Gungnir. What the heck? Everybody's just as confused as I am. We better call in the Vice Minister for aid. That's not seriously the Vice Minister, is it? Oh my god. Anyway, the Vice Minister describes to us that the Japanese branch that was helping Fine in Season 1 actually had a corresponding American branch of scientists that were experimenting with Symphogear users. Fantastic? He also doesn't take this threat even remotely seriously. So it's up to us, the heroes, to take terrorism down. But I really don't care about any of that. I just want the fighting to happen with the Symphogear users, because that's the only interesting part of this show. Now, once Maria declares terrorism, everyone is forced to evacuate the stadium. We are introduced to these two losers, Kirika on the left and Shirabe on the right. I know they're terribly important because they're in the theme song. Are there buzzsaws coming out of her hair? Anyway, here they come. Are there buzzsaws coming out of her hair? They're here to ruin everything. I can't read that. Anyway, wait. Our loser squad is assembled, but this could be awesome. We could have these 3 new villains against our amazing heroines. This is gonna be so... Are there buzzsaws coming out of her hair? Anyway, our heroines sing some crazy combinatorics song, and Party Ann tries to hand-wave this as actual plot, but really she's more interested in the phonic gain they're generating so she can feed her celestial Tamagotchi. Alright, so we're like episode 3, and the organization known as Fine really sucks at being the bad guys and terrorists because we've already discovered their hideout. Since this is Symphogear, we're not going to have any plan at all. We're going to bull rush the joint, hope everything works out, and oh no, it's a trap! We should have seen that coming. The celestial Tamagotchi is digivolved into something called the Nephilim, and guess who's evil? Dr. Bear! Shouldn't that have been obvious? Anyway, there's no real confrontation. Dr. Bear sends the Nephilim off in the cutesy little balloon, and then it's snatched up by Maria, and we're told that Maria is Fine. Once we capture him, yeah, like that Fine, like the stupid villain from Season 1. Nobody's gonna believe this is real, except everybody. I don't care, make with the fighting with the Symphogear users. Why are you here? Never speak again. Anyway, nothing goes as planned, no real fight happens. Maria disappears on a string. Just kidding, invisible jet. Yeah. You would think at this point we'd all sit down together and hell no. Ladies, beat them into submission, and everything will work out. Anyway, more about the Vice Minister. Yes, let's kill them all. More about that Vice Minister. He's here to tell us some more plot. It turns out that the American branch is known as the FIS, and Dr. Bear was working for them. People, it's time for a chart. Alright, so the noise of Digivolve, there's a celestial Tamagotchi of some sort. It involves Solomon's Cane, all being used by the terrorist organization known as FINE. Dr. Bear was part of something known as the FIS, which really just all spews from America, because they're the ones who experimented and created these three losers. Alright, good. Did I mention the show has no tone consistency? Because it really doesn't. In one of the episodes, we interlace Dr. Bear over here murdering soldiers and children at their new base of operations with the school festival, where these two schlubs are wandering around trying to steal the heroine's transformation pendants by singing loudly at Tsubasa and Company, a terrible, terrible cover of a song that she and Kanade once sang together. This has absolutely no effect whatsoever, and then the girls simply run off, promising a duel somewhere, sometime, someplace, and our heroines are made to look like idiots. So, are we lighthearted or are we killing kids? Show, what are we doing over here? Like, I don't even know. Anyway, that duel is eventually arranged at the school-turned-cradle of Faran Factory-turned-pagan laser cannon Kadingir from Season 1. The villains finally reveal their plot. It turns out that the moon is falling to Earth, and the villains are pretending to be the good guys because they're trying to save mankind from the moon crashing into the Earth using the Nephilim. The villains are trying to stop the moon from crashing into the Earth using the celestial Tamagotchi, which has now digivolved into the Nephilim. Did I mention there's no tone consistency? Because at one point, Hibiki's fighting the Nephilim, her arm gets caught in its mouth, and the Nephilim rips her arm clean off and swallows it. Bleeding profusely, Hibiki activates Berserker Mode, a nonsense plot point from Season 1, which I'm really not going to talk about. Her arm grows back, she beats the living bejesus out of the Nephilim, rips its heart out, effectively killing it, and even the villains just like wave this off as real plot. It's not real plot! Also, what the heck? Conveniently, Hibiki gets out of Berserker Mode just in time for our comrades to catch her, and if you're wondering what the heck the point of that whole segment was, I don't know! Also, her arm, it's fine! We never mention this again! Anyway, we have more bigger problems here. The moon is crashing into the Earth, and we're definitely not going to rely on America! Screw you, America! We have Japanese hexagon magic, and we're going to use it to do serious damage! In other news, the shards of Kanade's Gunir that embedded themselves in Hibiki's chest in Season 1 are spreading everywhere through her body and effectively killing her. This is big news, people. Almost as big as the fact that stupid Dr. Bear has survived along with the Nephilim heart. Why didn't we just crush that thing? And now there's even more nonsensical plot points. Apparently there's this thing called the Shenshu Jing, which can resurrect. Oh, forget it! It's dumb! The Nephilim's heart also can control the frontier. Forget it! It's dumb! The point is, the villains are going to use this BS plot and this BS plot to do some other thing. Now, snacks! Snacks I can get behind. Snacks also involve snacks! And one day, while snacks are happening, disaster strikes! And oh no! But Kirika blocks it with the power of, oh my gosh, I recognize that Japanese hexagon magic! It's Fine! Fine from Season 1! Are we supposed to now assume that Kirika is the dumb villain from Season 1? As if to confirm our question, Tyrian pulls Maria aside and tells her that she was basically never Fine, is never going to be Fine, and the entire thing was a setup so that Dr. Bear would help them with their BS plot points from before. Okay, let me get this straight. So, Maria is not actually Fine, even though we're supposed to think she was Fine, so that Dr. Bear would help us. In reality, she could have been any of these three losers. She's not, because America was experimenting on them. She's not Maria, she's Kirika. Alright, I got it. I think. So this is all America's fault. We're definitely going to ask America for help. What? Anyway, America's totally amicable up to this point. They totally want to help us. Oh, America, curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal. I didn't see that one coming. Let's murder them all. Because Dr. Bear sends the noise to kill them. And the sky tower that they were meeting at basically starts to fall apart. Conveniently, this is also the Sky Tower, where Hibiki is totally on a date with her Biffle Miku, the best character from Season 1. Disaster strikes, and Hibiki transforms to try and save Miku, except the area where Miku is standing explodes, and we're left to believe that the only good character in Symphogear is now dead. Fantastic. Let's remind ourselves whose fault this really is. America's! Alright, at this point, Maria's ready to cut somebody. She gives up her gentle nature in order to join Dr. Bear in violently murdering everybody to do their bidding, because this is totally going to save mankind. Okay, so let me get this straight. Maria is now siding with Dr. Bear, who wants to murder tons of people, and that's somehow going to save the world. I'm so confused, but at least Miku survived. Woo! That was close. We're gonna go rescue Miku now, right? No, we're gonna have a training montage. And Dr. Bear is gonna believe brand new plot. It turns out that he's trying to use violence to create a brand new Earth, so screw helping humanity. Alright, at this point, even Shirabe has had enough of this. So when Dr. Bear attacks a boat full of Americans, she jumps out of the invisible jetmobile and decides to fight evil. There she is, you can't find her in this rainbow madness. Anyway, Kirika also jumps out of the invisible jetmobile, stops Shirabe with anti-linker, so she removes her Symphogear, so that Kirika can basically monologue to her about wanting to be remembered. Or something. It's very important at this point to realize that Shirabe doesn't even know Kirika might be Fine and might be losing herself, so this whole plot point is stupid. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that our heroines have a submarine. Not mentioned we have a submarine, so how are we going to use our submarine to get our ladies to the party to save the Americans? Winning! Water rockets! Wait, what is that? It's freaking Miku! She's in Symphogear! She's ready to jack somebody up, ladies and gentlemen. You see, Miku was given Symphogear by Dr. Bear because all the girls in Lydian can apparently XBS. Don't worry about it. What you need to worry about is Mega Death Party. We're so full of missiles, yes we are. Miku's armor basically makes her invincible, and she has a giant laser mirror thing that can blow everything sky high. But hold the phone. Remember Kadingir, the pagan laser cannon from Season 1 that blew up the moon? So Chris totally diverted that using her reflector ability. There's no way she's gonna fall to this. No way at all. Just kidding, it's Season 2, she's screwed. Things aren't looking good. Things are not looking good. So Chris runs off now to fight some more noise. Subasa's holding off Kirika, Maria's completely worthless. And we need to get friggin' Shirabe off this boat before we even think of dealing with Miku. We gotta get her to safety. But how? But how? Wait for it. That was like a million slides ago. Please tell me we're not going to resurrect Report, Atlantis. Can this get any more stupid? Guess what, kiddies? The Frontier is a giant floating island watership thing that was hidden under the water. Okay, let's review. The enemy's plan was to use this dumb plot point to make laser beams in the sky to resurrect the Frontier, to save everybody on Earth or something. That's almost as dumb as Chris betraying our team and joining the enemy for unknown reason. Yeah, that's a thing. So Dr. Vera used some sort of bogus drug magic to grow a zombie arm and control the entire Frontier. So what's the first thing he's gonna do? He's gonna shoot some laser beams up into the sky and wait for it. Oh yeah! He's gonna grab the moon! Maria has decided that the plot is too stupid, even for her. And so she goes to the bowels of the Frontier to stop Dr. Bear with heresy. With heresy! Even Maria has realized by this point that Dr. Bear's plan is probably psychotic. I don't know, honey, you didn't notice when he looked like a lunatic? The last action hero, what does that even mean? He also reveals that he linked the moon downward so he could move the Frontier upwards. So let me get this straight. The enemy's plot was for Dr. Bear to use laser beams from the Frontier to pull the moon down and lift the Frontier up. He's going to murder pretty much everybody so that he can be the last action hero. Maria has finally had it. She's gonna be a real character. She's gonna stop him. She's gonna get backhanded and spend the rest of the episode crying. Damn it! Forget the villains. Let's just go back to our heroines. They're in dire straits now because Hibiki can't transform because of laser beam mumbo jumbo, and Chris totally betrayed us. All we've got is Tsubasa. But wait, we also have this girl. How are we going to convince her to help us after all she's been through with the other team? What? Anyway, yes, Shirabe also asks Hibiki's help so that Hibiki can go help Maria. So, an exchange is made and away we go! Hibiki is on her way to the Frontier to aid Maria, but then, oh no, it's Kirika here to stop her. It's time for a showdown of biffles. Are there buzzsaws? My gosh! Forget it. Anyway, showdown number 2 occurs when Tsubasa encounters the traitorous Chris, and they have to use Uber moves to duke it out and supposedly both explode. Maria, what are you doing over there? Still crying. Yes. Good. Children, let's go on a journey together. A journey of nonsense. You remember Party Ann in the bowels of the Frontier? See, it turns out that she's figured out that the Frontier might be able to prevent the moon from falling. The moon was created by custodians, don't ask what those are, to disrupt the unified language of mankind. When the lunar attacked, we immediately yoinked it and shot it with a laser, disrupted some of its functions. Those functions can totally be restored with heresy. All Maria has to do is sing to it. Yeah. Maria, there's no way you're going to believe this plot point, right? Nope, she's totally in on it. Awesome. Great. This doesn't work at all, and... Okay, you know what? I need a moment to rant, alright? Maria was an awesome character. Yours was what I was expecting when Maria first came on the scene. Hello, my name is Maria Kadenzova Eve. You killed my sister. Prepare to die. Let's check back with the losers. I honestly just kind of wish they'd kill each other. I wish they'd... Whoa, hold the phone. Did we just murder one? Did we really just kill one? I mean, we killed the better out of the two, but I'm down with killing. This show finally got legit. Please don't tell me that you're going to show up, Fine, the villain from season 1. Guess what? It turns out she was in Shirabe's soul the whole time. And she's suddenly going to spew a bunch of philosophical BS and save her from dying. I hate this show. I hate this show. Let me get this straight. It wasn't Kirika, it was Shirabe, who's totally feeding, but none of that matters! I hate this show a lot. In other terrible news, Chris has survived the showdown with Tsubasa and reveals that she went traitorous to get Solomon's cane. He's not giving up Solomon's cane, he's the villain. He also has anti-linker. The only solution to this problem, say with me, is nudity and tons of it! Chris blasts off all her clothes and proceeds to fight the doctor and grab Solomon's cane and You see, the entire thing was a giant ruse because Tsubasa and Chris understand each other and read each other's moves. So Tsubasa pretended to take the fall so Chris could grab Solomon's cane. And what? This is so dumb. Also, Tsubasa can totally resist anti-linker because you guessed it, BS. Even the doctor knows it's BS. Anyway, we retrieved the cane, but the doctor don't need no stinking cane. He uses his zombie arm to lift the frontier and bring a blast party into space. And then get sucked into a little hole in the floor. Alright, remember how Ibiki was on her way to stop Maria? Well, she makes it there in a stunning display of, say with me, nudity! Everything works out, just don't ask. She gets Souvenir back, that's all you really need to know. Also, alright, so Maria's totally ready to be a character by talking to her dead sister, Saray. Just don't ask. The point is the Nephilim's back. And now it has scanner laser hands. It's more evil than ever, and hold the phone. So you're telling me that Dr. Bear was using the Nephilim, which he's now turned into a super powerful creature of some sort. The heart is now powering the frontier, and we're in space! We're in space! Everything's great. Our girls get like uber sweet kick-ass powers. So now the plan is turned into going to space with the Nephilim, Dr. Bear, in order to murder all of our heroines. Things look good. Things look good. Because we're going to use the frontier and we're going to create a whole new world. What is even going on? Alright, we still have to rely on totally bogus plot points despite having cool new powers. We're going to use Solomon's cane to open a rift in space to the treasury of Babylon. Our plan is to seal the Nephilim inside this thing. What the heck? Let's hold hands. What is even happening? No. Did they just become giant fists? And blow through the... What is happening? Yes, anyway. Fists totally win. They blow through the enemy. We've trapped the Nephilim inside the treasury of Babylon, but now we're on Earth, and none of our ladies are strong enough to grab the cane. Who's gonna save us? I told you she was the best character. Yeah, me too. You grab that cane and you chuck it like a mother so hard back into the treasury that it somehow closes it from the inside. Because that's total BS. And it totally works. Yeah. So, everything's great. The doctor is captured. These three losers survived. Don't ask me what happens with Pirate Ann. She blasted off to the moon. The noise is not explained. Everything goes back to normal. I have something to admit to you guys. Basically, somewhere around the Queens of Music concert, to make it through the show, I just started drinking. I don't know anything about the cast. I drink a lot. You want to know anything about the plot? That vodka is vanilla flavored. But it's fine. The show's over. I'm done. I don't have to deal with this anymore. So now you know when you see these shows, burn. No! I
don't think she's coming back. We're outside. Also, come get some flyers. We got some in the front.